wanted to show you how to find courses. So first you want to go to Campus Web, which you can do by going to franklinpierce.edu. Franklin Pierce University, then Campus Web is up at the top, or if you're in RaveNet already, which is just ravenet.franklinpierce.edu, then you can log in and you'll see, mine's here, Campus Web. You could also search for it. So you get to Campus Web and you want to log in, and when you are logging in, just keep in mind that it's mostly your last name and first initial, and your password, it doesn't have the @FranklinPierce. So you're logging in. And then don't forget that you first want to see how it says complete the financial responsibility agreement form. You can click on that right now and say I agree and submit. Or when you're browsing for courses, which we're going to do in a minute, that would be a time, like I'm looking for courses for the fall semester. I'm saying search, and I'm waiting. But once I start to add courses, you'll see that financial responsibility agreement form comes up. Then also, yes, and if I were able to add right now, which I'm not able to add at the moment, but if I were, there would be a little box right here and I could add. And once I wanted to add a course, it would come up again. Another way to find that financial responsibility agreement form is go to Students and do Advising and Registration. And there it is again, complete the financial responsibility agreement form. Now I recommend, before you look for classes that you are here, so you went to Students, you went to Advising and Registration, and see this, it's like telling you an overall of if requirements are met or not, but that's not too helpful, it's not detailed. So do View All Details. And then do your advising worksheet. So on here, I can see what I need. So this person, it's not really me, it's just Candy Doe, but she needs the GLE 110, so she should do that. She also needs the GLE 101 here. And you can see here that she's a transfer student, so she has one art and design done, but she still needs one more, and it has to have a different prefix. So she already did the fine arts group, so the second art and design could come from comm, it could come from music, graphic communications, or theater. She already did this under her humanities. She needs 3 humanities, everyone does, and she already had this transferred in, so she completed the political science group. She also completed this intro to philosophy. So she can't take another class from philosophy, but she could take one from any of these, and so forth. So she's already done her math, great, and she needs 2 natural sciences. She already did her bio, and then she already completed her social sciences. And then down here it says like she's a communications major, so it's saying what courses she needs. And in general, you want to start with the lower numbers and then move to the higher numbers. So let me just show you. If you're in course needs, you would want to browse courses. And I would say, first of all, make sure that you choose open, especially if you're registering later. And if there is something that is up, like say you only want to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes, then you would check that off. Or you can say meet anytime. Generally, that's what I do. Or if you have practice after 3, you could say I only want classes between, like, say 8 and 3 or something. If we're trying to just look for all of the classes, we would do a search now. But if we want one of those specific classes, like if we're just looking to fulfill an art and design requirement or a humanities or a social sciences or one of these gen ed requirements, we would do course code and we'd say contains. For art and design, we say contains AD. For humanities, it's HM. For math, it's MT. For natural sciences, it's NS. And for social sciences, it's SS. We're going to look for an art and design. So I'm going to say course code contains AD and I'm going to search. And everything, see, it's this AD at the end. All of these fulfill the art and design requirements. And if we're looking at what she's already done, she already did fine arts, so we don't want that. We need different prefixes. So she can do anything but these FAs. So she could do a comm, she could do these documentary studies, she could do the graphic design, she could do the music, the theater. And if it was the add drop period right now, there would be a box right here and you would just check it off and you would just say add courses at the bottom. And that's about it. You could stop here if you wanted, but this is how you want to create your schedule. So I would suggest starting with your major and the lowest number. Like always do 1 or 2 courses in your major, I would say. You can even do 3 or 4 if you wanted to. And then make sure that you're starting to also fill in these requirements. So let's just do one more. Say we wanted it to contain HM. Humanities. So there's all the HMs. And remember that she has already done philosophy and she already did political science, so she can't do those. So she could do English, she could do ES, she could do GLE, she could do history, but she can't do the philosophies and she can't do the PO. All right. So that's a good way to start your schedule, and feel free to reach out to your advisor if you have any specific questions. I'm also going to just search. I'll do a search because she's just going to now look for her classes for her her communications major. So we're just going to see, can we even find that COM 100? So I took off the course code contains and I just said search. And now we're using this at the bottom to find the COM. I went too far, I think, because here's COM 120. Oh, no, COM 120. So, and if you wanted to know more about that class, you could click on it. And it would tell you if it had any prereqs, it would say it here. This one does not. And make sure that you're following these breadcrumbs back. Never hit the back button because it will kick you out. All right, let me or your advisor know if you have any questions.